Oh, yeah. You know, people, they give Lon Chaney a hard time, Lon Chaney Jr., for a lot of this bad films that he got into. You know, another guy they give a really bad time to. And I used to be one of those guys, and I'm starting to become sort of a revisionist in my thinking. Maybe I'm becoming an apologist for this individual. But I'm having to jump on the bandwagon a little bit for Bela Lugosi. Now, Bela Lugosi, yeah, had quite a checkered past. If we even believe half of the stuff that is in the film Ed Wood, then that's pretty checkered. If you've read his biography, there's a lot of spotty material going on. If you look at his filmography, he didn't make always the right choices. Particularly, I think, more in the 40s and into the 50s, didn't make the right choices. However, from Dracula on into the 30s, he made a remarkable set of films. Now, he wasn't the big star that he wanted himself to become. Certainly, Dracula and White Zombie, White Zombie, are the two that we really would think, he's up there. Particularly Dracula, and there was a lot hoped from him. Now, he had a limited ability to act. He had this heavy Hungarian accent. Can't give him a hard time on that. He just couldn't get over it. And it made for, certain things that he could do, certain things that he couldn't do. Well, when he got something that he could do, watch out, Mr. Bela Lugosi is pretty darn good. Now, the film we have for you tonight, I think he does a nice job in this film. Now, this film does creak a bit here and there, but it has its great moments. It kept me up. I watched it about 3 o'clock in the morning, and it kept me up watching the whole thing. I was, wide awake the whole time. I wasn't watching it in my sleep. Now, that is an interesting way to watch the movies. Watch a film, fall asleep for a few minutes, then wake up, and then can't find out what's happening, then go back to sleep. That's all kind of a dream. But with this one, wow. Now, what's the film? You're going, geez, what is the film? Phantom Ship, 1935. Another title for it was The Mystery of the Marie Celeste. Now, you know that old ship, the Marie Celeste, was one of those ghost ships, supposedly. There was a ship that was found at sea that didn't have any crew. Well, this film goes back into history and, tries to surmise what might have happened. And Bela Lugosi is one of the characters who is on this ship, and he does a remarkable job playing this gray-haired, older Bela Lugosi, who is a bit of a Bible thumper, who has only one arm, who likes to take care of a little kitty on the ship. Now, that makes it sound kind of silly, but it's a very fun movie. Very tough film. Very tough film. In a way, it takes sort of its heritage out of the Jack London stuff, and the films that, the fiction that Jack London wrote about being at sea and so on. And this really has that hard knocks. The crew really are this dastardly bunch of guys who would really knife each other rather than be with each other, and at the same time find a sense of camaraderie with each other. The special effects for this film look pretty good. Now, this is a British production. And it was released 1935 now by Hammer. Now, we usually think of Hammer as something that pops up in the late 50s and really gets going really strong in the 60s with the Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee type of stuff. Dracula and Frankenstein and the whole set of Universal things being brought back to life again. But this is a Hammer release. And ostensibly not a horror release, but it certainly is atmospheric. It had me really going, particularly when they're down in the bowels of the ship and things. Reminds me of those scenes from Nosferatu, when they're down in the bowels of the ship looking for each other and finding people dead in various ways. Well, I think you're going to enjoy this film. Bela Lugosi, I think, mid-30s, he's doing a great job here with the material he has, and he has a lot of lines to deliver. And the explanation, if we really need one, for the Marie Celeste and the whole reason why this is a ghost ship, the explanation in this film, it's plausible to a great extent. Now, we won't take it and look for its footnotes and things to see how accurate perhaps all its history pedigree is, but getting close enough for me. Roll 'em, Smokey.